Hi, I'm Ed. Oh, and that's 18-year-old me at the helm on my Clipper Race circumnavigation. Let's skip 10 years and this is now me, 28 years old, trading highways for sea days. Step on board and welcome to Sailing Optimist.
Home sweet home.
This week's episode is a lot of firsts. First time mooring by myself, first time grabbing a mooring buoy, first time anchoring, getting the camera completely soaked, trying myself as a musician, and baking the most delicious loaf of bread you'll ever see.
Oh, look at that.
The toilet saga continues, so why don't you sit back, relax, make yourself a cup of tea, and welcome to Sailing Optimist.
Well, at least I know the smoke alarm works.
That, everyone, is the dredging lights.
No, I haven't invested in a new ring light. This is just the joys and the perks of having a dredger working 24 hours a day. I mean, who needs a camera light when you got that bad boy over there? My dad, being the genius that he is, has found a solution to fixing the head. So since I moved on board, nearly 2 weeks now, I've not had working heads. So I've had to be creative. But he has come up with a solution that fixed the problem. And he's just on his way to the Chinese now just to get a new part. But what a genius. So we worked out the blockage was in this section here. So what we did, we cut the pipe in half. So 2 sections here. We then attached a dinghy pump to this, pumped as hard as we could, and basically it blew through whatever was blocked. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have a working head very soon. But I thought, do you know what, while this has all been up, the hot water is running to sanitize everything down with bleach, I might have a shower, my first shower on board Optimist. And I didn't think I'd do that in January because I thought it'd be too cold, but as it's the 1st of Feb, let's give it a go.
Unfortunately, whatever freed itself, reblocked itself. So this situation calls for someone who specialises in heads. But for now, let's go sailing.
So I've managed to have got a pretty good angle. She's going quite close haul. We're leading. Oh, you can hear my pots going downstairs. Just spent the last 20 minutes going pretty hard on the wind and getting as close as I can over to one side of the channel so I could bear away. This sail plan, I'm really impressed with her so far. Like, she is not, by any stretch, a performance yacht. She's a blue water cruiser, she's heavy, she's got loads of gear on board, and I've got really a very comfortable sail plan at the moment. So it's about 15 gusting 20. She's got I would say 2 reefs in the main, quite hard to tell when you've got in-mast furling, and I'd say she's got maybe 2/3 of her head sail out. I could go a little bit more, I reckon, in this wind, but I'm coming up on the horizon to the sailing club and there's loads of dinghies out at the moment, so I've got to be able to dodge them. So I want to keep her relatively under control because we'll bear away, we're going downwind. She'll pick up probably a little bit of speed, so I just want to keep it under control and safe. That's the main thing.
That doesn't look too friendly, so I'm glad I'm going away from it at the moment.
I'm heading to brighter horizons.
I've just anchored for the first time ever on this boat by myself. I was kind of working out the markings. I've run it along the pontoon once to try and work it out. So I think I know what amount of chain. I've got more chain than I need, which is I'd rather have. There's no one around and I've anchored here many a time. So Don't know if I'll spend the night here. I'm just going to keep the engines running just while she settles, just in case there's any problems. I've put like a little snuffer on the chain so the pressure's not on the windlass, it's now on the cleats, on the mooring line. So yeah, we'll see, but she's settling nicely. It's blowy, like it's blowing currently 17 knots on the nose at the moment, but there's loads of people walking by on the beach. Yeah, there's people trying to anchor behind me, but it is quite blowy. But I love anchoring. I'd much rather be at anchor than on a buoy. So to celebrate being at anchor for the first time, I'm going to be making fresh bread for lunch. I'm going to get going. I don't have a mixing bowl, but I've got a large deep frying pan. So we'll see how this turns out, but I'm starving.
Take the old rings off, so I feel like it's gonna get messy.
I can't believe I'm sat here in my cabin, just at anchor, no boats around, looking out, and we've got the sea over here. Obviously we've got the sea. This is my life. Like, I feel so incredibly grateful that I get to do this. Like, I've got bread in the oven. I'm baking bread from scratch on a Saturday. I'm at anchor. There's no boats around. I'm by myself, and I'm yeah, removed from the normal crazy hustle and bustle of the life, and this is what I get to do. I feel so incredibly grateful. Really feel grateful. Ladies and gents, I present to you, when it focuses on my bread, my first homemade loaf on sailing Optimist. I mean, I slightly caught this side, but you know what? It's fine. It's given me about a boy vibes where he throws a loaf into the pond and kills the duck, but I'm sure it's going to taste delicious. I'm very excited to add some nice salted butter to it, maybe a bit of cheese. Oh, look at that. I'm very ready for this. Oh, so good. Today's been a day of firsts for me. I have left the berth by myself. I've anchored by myself for the first time and lifted anchor by myself for the first time. I've just come and grabbed a mooring by myself for the first time. And the reason why I moved from anchor was because although it's a little bit gnarly, like it's gusting like 20 knots, like 25 sometimes, which is fine, like she'll be absolutely fine at anchor. I just won't switch off at night and I'll have a really bad night's sleep if I'm at anchor. So I just motored for like 15-20 minutes down the channel. It's a bit more protected here. It's on the other side of an army base, and I've borrowed one of their moorings for the night. It's better to seek forgiveness and permission sometimes, and I'm definitely going to roll with that one tonight. Hopefully it's okay. It's the middle of winter and there's literally not one boat on the mooring, so hopefully it's okay. The noises of the birds is so nice. I feel like over here somewhere out there they're nesting, and it's like flocks of them that go by every so often. It's a lot darker than what's appearing on camera. The moon is rising over here. It's just so peaceful. The heat of your day, and I will drink from the sweat of your brow. I will walk to the tune of your song, but I won't crumble with you if you fall. Come walk me home. This is how like conditioned to normal life I was. I just put my pasta in the oven and I was like, Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. I don't have an Alexa. I now live on a boat. It just made me chuckle. Dreams into my day. Stop falling short how far have I go down? So I've just got into my bed and it's my first night on the mooring. I've only spent nights in the marina so far. And I've got this lovely sound of water lapping against a sugar scoop right by my head here on the stern of the boat. And it's so peaceful. Like, we're rocking and the wind's whistling through. It's still about like 20 knots at the moment, so it's still pretty windy. It's just that noise. I love it. I've just woken up. It's like 7 a.m. and it is blowing outside. There's probably about 20, gusting 20. It should die down a little bit. I've got about an hour journey home. Just making some coffee. But yeah, it's gonna be a blowy one getting back into the pontoon. Well, at least I know the smoke alarm works. Food tastes so much better when you're on a boat, it's gusting 20 knots, it's cold, oh, goes down the treat. That is one of the reasons why I got up so early this morning, was because I'm a sucker for sunrises and I love them.
As each day passes, I realise how fortunate I am to be living out my dream on a day-to-day basis. It's hard work, it's pretty gross, but it's such an adventure. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and leave us a comment. For daily updates on board Sailing Optimist, join us over on Instagram, SailingOptimist95. And until next week, keep those dreams alive, because they're the things that drive us in life.